Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we started implementing the CMS for a blogging system, and in the last video we successfully implemented the CMS for the about page section. And guys, in this video we are going to start implementing the CMS for the remaining section, that would be contact page and the footer section. So let me just add it right here, 11 footer section and not a page, okay, because footer is just a section for us. Okay, so guys, in this video we are going to implement the contact page and the footer section CMS, and this time we are going to use the copy and paste strategy. Why? Reason is, guys, because everything is same except the name of the fields that would be relevant to the contact page in this case and to the footer section. Okay, so we are going to use the copy and paste strategy once again, and let's say if in any case you want to implement it yourself, you can go ahead and try it yourself, and let's say if in case if you find any sort of issue, you can revert back to this video right here. Just a reminder that, guys, in this video we are also going to make partials for our about page, contact page and footer section. Basically what we are going to do is in the later part or in the end of the video, we are going to keep the forms for the about, contact and the footer in a separate file, so that let's say if we want to change anything in the about section, we can simply go to that respective file that is related to about or contact or footer section. That would make our life easier. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You can see last 5 minutes of the video and you will be good to go. So yeah, let's start, and without wasting any further time, I will move to right here. First of all, I have already accessed my project right here, you can see. Okay, so this time we are going to start working on the contact page, and I have already accessed my database right here as well. So let's start, and for that I will move to Sublime, resources, views, backend and CMS file right here. Okay, and guys, first of all, I'm going to copy this div that is related to about form. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to replace it with the contact div, the collapsible and the form div. Okay, yeah, just like that. Now let's make the necessary changes. That would be, let's say first of all, this time we are working on contact page, so I will just copy this for now, and let's replace it right here, and let's replace it right here, and we need to change the heading of the page as well, contact. Okay, so let's move forward, and this time it is going to be contact CMS. Let's copy this contact because we are going to need it right here as well. Okay, so this time I am working with the contact section. So contact section name, ID would be contact section name once again, and value would be this is the value that we are getting when we are returning a CMS plate. Let me just show you so that there is no confusion left. Okay, so right here when we are trying to return our CMS view, we are returning the about section that we implemented and successfully created in the last video. So we were returning the about section so that we can access our about related data, or we can see or we can view our about related data right here. Okay, so yeah, exactly what we are going to do right here. We are going to once we complete our contact section, we are going to get contact section related data, and we are going to return that specific data to this CMS view. Okay, so that's why we are making these changes. So this time it would be contact section and section name. Yeah, let's move forward, and right here let's change this heading label to contact heading, and you can see we have like we are using the same naming convention, and it's easier for us to change from about to contact, just like that. Okay, so right here as well, and right here as well, contact section, and this time contact heading, and this would be placeholder would be contact us, just like that. And let's change this error small message to contact heading help. Okay guys, let's move forward, and right here I want contact once again, and let's change this about to contact once again, and I'm going to copy this short name. Okay, let's place it right here, as simple as that, right here. These are the value that we are getting from right here. Okay, once again guys, just making sure that we are on the same page. Okay, so placeholder would be how can you contact us, something like that. Okay, and let's change this error small to contact short description related. Okay, let's move forward, and this is just a label, so we don't need to change it. And right here, contact description, contact section, and contact description. Okay, and the error will be related to contact description. That's it guys. So we have successfully made our changes. Now let's say if in case you want to review these changes, so that we are we are making sure that we are not missing anything. So let's refresh, and I don't know why it's taking a lot of time. Okay guys, so let's see. So everything is fine. You can see the placeholders. Okay, the next task is to create a JS file that would be related to this contact section. So let's do that, and for that I'm going to copy this script right here, the script tags right here, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to rename it to contact. Okay, so now we are including our contact.js, but we don't have one, so let's create one. Okay, and for that I will move to public and backend partials, and let's access this about.js. I'm going to copy everything from right here, Control A, Control C, and now let's create a new file. Paste everything right here and save it with the name of contact.js. Now let's make our changes right here as well, and for that let's move to top and let's change this about to contact. Okay, so this time we are not using about CMS, but we are using contact.cms id. Okay, let's copy this, let's paste it right here, and this time we are going to hit a route that would be related to contact and not about. Everything remains the same. Okay, data message created, about section. So these are the values that we are going to get from right here. Once everything is done, let's say if there was no record, we created one, so we are going to get created in the message, and we are returning everything that was right here in this about. Okay, and this about right here contains the section name, the section about related heading, the about related short description, and the description. So just in case, similarly we are going to do this, we are going to actually copy this method, and we are going to make some changes so that it is relevant to the contact section, and we are going to return everything that would be related to contact. So that's why guys, we need to change these messages, these conditions as well, and in this case it would be contact section name. Let me copy this, copy, and data not related to about but contact now, because in that case from the contact controller, the contact related method right here, we are going to return the contact related data. Just keep that in mind, everything will make sense. Okay, so contact, and let's keep this C capital. Let's change it in the else condition as well, right here and right here, contact. Okay, so I don't think we need to change anything right here. So let's move to remove errors, and let's change it to about, from about to contact. As simple as that guys. Okay guys, so that's it. Now what we need to do is, in order to make an insertion or updation, what we need to do is we need to create a route that is right here. So let's create one. For that I will move to vf.php. Let's move down, and I'm going to copy this right here. You can check it, it's right here in the middleware of the check role. We are making sure that these pages are not let's say viewable to a normal user. Okay, so let's paste it right here, and let's make our changes from about to contact, and right here as well, about to contact. Okay, let's move to backend controller, and this time what we need is we need to copy this method, this whole method from right here, and let's paste it right here just below it. Okay, everything is aligned. Let's make the necessary changes. For that, let's change this about to contact, and this time we are making a method of create or update contact. Yeah, so yes, let's change this about to contact, and let's copy this because I need it right here. Let's move forward. If empty $request about section, no, we are looking for a contact section. This time we are looking for this right here. Let me show you guys this one, guys. Okay, so if it's empty, what you need to do is you need to create a record. Okay, and the section name would be contact. Okay, and this time we need to insert in the contact heading, in the contact short description and contact description, and not the about related data. So let's make our changes. What we need to insert is we need to insert the request contact heading, whatever we have, using this form. Okay, so if there is any confusion, you can review the last video where we have discussed this each and everything in great detail. Okay, so yeah, just in case if you are confused, you can review that specific video. Let's change this to contact again and right here as well. Okay, so let's move to else condition. Here I need contact, just like that, and right here as well. And this time I'm dealing with the contact heading. So yes, we need to update the columns contact heading, contact short description and contact description in the database with the values request contact heading, request contact short description and request contact description. Okay guys, and the section name would be contact. Okay guys, so yeah, that's it, and now everything looks fine, and I hope so we have successfully completed this section as well. So let's review this, and for that I will move to web browser and let's access the CMS once again. Okay guys, so now first of all let's access contact page section and let's see if we have any errors if we click update, because we are not inserting anything. So update, yeah, so contact heading field is required, the contact short description field is required, and the contact description field is required. So everything is fine up till now. Let's change these error. Okay, we are just making sure that everything is working perfectly fine. Now you can see the errors are changed right here. So let's try to remove this error. Update. Okay, so yeah, fine. How you can contact us, I will just keep that for now. Okay, now let's remove this error. Yeah, perfectly fine. Now you can call us directly, or you can send us a message using the form below. Okay guys, so let's create this update. Contact section created successfully. Let's check it in the database. Let's do a refresh, and yes, this time we have successfully created the contact section. You can see the about related data is empty as it should be, and the contact related data is full, and the footer section related data is empty once again. So everything is fine up till now. Now let's try to update it guys. So contact us one, contact section updated successfully. Let's refresh once again right here. We are just making sure, yeah, exactly. So everything is working perfectly fine. Update. Okay, now one more thing guys, as we are not returning, but first of all let me show you. I'm just going to refresh, and since let me come again, sorry guys. Okay, since we are using Ajax, so we don't need to clear this form. Okay, that's clear. Now the second thing I want to discuss is when we hit the CMS. Okay, let's see what happens. We are not going to see anything right here. Why? Let me show you. as I discussed it in the beginning of this video, since we are returning the CMS view using this method right here, and we are returning from right here the only the about section, as you can see, okay, and we are not returning any sort of contact related section data. So we are not going to see anything once we update our page. So in order to view the records or view the data right here, what you need to do is you need to return it from right here, as simple as that. Okay, so the only change would be, contact, any guesses guys? Section name, where I want, in this time I want to get the contact section related data, and the first one, and I need to return it as well, contact underscore section. That's it guys. Now let's do a refresh, and now we will be able to see our record data right here. Okay guys, let's see footer section, not a footer section, contact page. Okay, so now we are able to see our record right here with the help of this, because we are returning our data from right here. Okay guys, so yeah, everything is fine. Now let's say if in any case you want to test it, you can, just like that, update, review it right here, see, and let's remove this unnecessary string, yeah, update. So yeah, that's it. So contact page section is working perfectly fine. Now let's move to footer section, and for that, once again I will move to CMS blade. Now if you know how to do it, you can simply go ahead and try it yourself. If not, stick with me. Okay okay guys, so for the footer section, what I'm going to do is, once again I'm going to copy the contact form and the collapsible div, and I'm going to replace it with this one. Okay, let's replace it with this one. Okay, now let's make the necessary changes, and this time I'm hitting the footer CMS. Okay, the naming convention for this collapsible div would be different from that one, because as you can see, this is a page but this is just a section. So I'm just defining a different anchor or ID name, that is footer CMS. So let's copy this and paste it right here as well, and footer section, this would be footer section, nice and shiny. Okay, footer CMS, and let me see, yeah, right here. Okay, so everything is fine. Let's move forward, and for the form ID, what I'm going to do is footer section, just like that. So yeah, okay guys, let's move forward. Contact, in place of contact, what we need to do is we need to access footer. Let's copy this guys, not all, just the footer. Okay, let's replace it with this one, and let's replace it with this one. So footer section that have whatever the section name is, just place it right here. Yeah, so it's fine, because we are, in this case, we are getting the footer section name. Okay, let's move forward, and this time the heading would be, any guesses guys? Twitter. Okay, and the name would be Twitter, as simple as that. So let's copy this and let's paste it right here. Value, and once again footer, and contact heading, no, we need the Twitter column data. So yes, let's say Twitter link. Okay, and this time the help would be related to, the error would be related to Twitter help. Okay guys, now we can simply copy this one, because we have some changes right here, because this is a detailed description, and in this case we for the footer section we just have link and not the description, especially for this one. Okay, so that's why I'm copying this, so that it is easier for me to replace the data. Okay, so this time it would be Facebook. Okay, and it should be Facebook. Let's copy this, paste it right here, and paste it right here, and paste it right here. That's it guys. And sorry, capital F, sorry, once again capital F. Okay, and Facebook, copy it from right here to right here. So I hope everything is making sense, guys. Okay, now I'm going to copy this second div and I'm going to place it with this one. Okay, and last thing would be Instagram. Okay guys, okay, and Instagram, and let's copy this, let's paste it right here to right here as well, and to right here as well. Okay, and Instagram. That's it, guys. Okay, so we have made our changes successfully, but I think we need to change something as well. Let me just do a refresh. I think because these are going to be linked, and we could expect link to be of, let's say, more than 255 characters. So just in case if you want to change the validation for this, you can do it right here while we are working in the controller that is related to footer section. But in my case, I just want to see if this is based on 6 column. It should be. See, so yeah, we need to make it 12 column long so that the user doesn't have to move just like this, or using the, let me show you. So the user or the admin doesn't have to move just like this. We are going to define this fields on 12 columns just to make his or her life easier. Okay guys, 12 and 12. Now simply I can copy this one to the rest of the input fields. Okay, let's do a refresh one last time and let's see if we are missing anything. Nope. Yeah, everything looks fine. Okay, let's see. I don't know why it's taking too long. Footer section, yeah, now it looks fine. Now let's say if we have a large link, we can simply view it like this. Okay, and we don't have to move our mouse. Okay guys, so let's move forward, and the next task is to create a JS file to do the insertion or updation that is related to footer section. So yeah, this time the file name would be footer.js. Now let's copy everything from this contact.js, Control A, Control C, and let's close this file, and let's create a new file in the partials, and the name would be, any guesses? Footer.js. Okay guys, let's move to top so that we can make the changes respectively. Okay, so this time we are our footer related form ID is footer section, so just keep that in mind. Okay guys, yeah, so ID would be footer section. Submit. On submit, what you need to do is submit this form that has an ID of this, and you need to hit this route this time. Okay, let's move forward. Create. Once created, footer section name, I'm going to copy this footer and I'm going to use it right here, and right here let's make this F capital for this one because this is a message. Okay, let's change it right here in the else, sorry, footer. Let's copy this because I need it here, and here let's make this F capital. Okay guys, now it looks fine. Let's move forward. We don't need to change anything right here, everything is fine. Yeah, we need to change these remove class and remove text to, and we need to define it to the respective ID. So in this case it would be Twitter and Twitter related help, that is Twitter_help. Facebook, okay, and Facebook related help, and this time Instagram, and this time it should be just like that. Okay guys, so now what we need to do is we need to define a route that is related to footer, and let's copy this, let's paste it once again. Let's change this contact to footer, and let's change this to footer. Okay, let's move to backend and let's copy everything that is right here from the contact, and we are going to create one for the footer section, footer, and here as well footer. And this time I want to validate Twitter, I want to validate Facebook, and I want to validate Instagram. Okay, let's move forward, and this time I am going to be looking for the empty request footer section and not contact section, footer. Okay, let's move forward, and this time I need to insert, section name would be footer section, and I want to insert this data in the column Twitter column, Facebook column, and the Instagram column, just like that. And I need to insert this data, that is we are getting from the form request Twitter, whatever we have in this field. Okay guys, so let's change it to Facebook, let's change it to Instagram. Okay, and this time we are returning footer, so let's copy this, paste it right here. Okay let's paste it right here as well, and right here there is another way that we can change all these data once and for all, but we cannot use it in this case. Why? Because we have the contact related data right here. So let's say if in any case I want to change all these contact to footer, what I have to do is I had to replace all, and in that case that is going to replace this contact to footer as well, so that isn't going to work for us. So that's why I have to do it manually, guys. Okay, so footer, Twitter, I want to update the column that is related to footer. First of all, we need to find the footer section, not the contact, sorry guys. Okay, Twitter, Facebook, contact, nope, Instagram, just like that. And I need to replace it with the latest Twitter value that we are getting from the form, and the latest Facebook value, and the latest Instagram value. Yeah, so yes, now it looks fine. Okay, anyway we are going to test it so no problem. Okay guys, so everything looks fine. Let's test our footer section, so let's do a refresh. Okay guys, let's see our footer section. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert it empty, update. Yeah, we are seeing an error. The Twitter field is required, the Facebook field is required, and the Instagram field is required. So let's see another error, update. Okay, so the errors are changed right here. Now let's make a link just like that. Yeah, and let's make it for the Facebook as well. Okay, and Instagram. That's it guys. So let's update it. Footer section created successfully, and once again since we are using Ajax, so we don't need to remove this, so that a user whenever he creates these record, he will be able to see this record. So in this case we don't need to remove it. Okay, let's view our CMS in the database. Yeah, so footer section is created. In that case, about section is empty, contact section is empty, and we have our data in the footer section related fields or columns. Okay, so it is working perfectly fine. Now let's try to implement the update. Footer section updated successfully. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, and it's updated, so it is working perfectly fine. Now let's see the error once again. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, so guys, everything is working perfectly fine. The last thing what we need to do is we need to refresh this page, because I'm sure, once again, first let's update it. Okay, now let's do a refresh. We are not going to, on a refresh, when we are returning to our CMS page, we are not going to see anything that is related to footer section. Why? Because we are not passing anything from right here. So let's return some footer section related data, and for that I can copy this. Okay, and let's change it to footer. Section name would be footer, because this time we are looking for the footer section data. Okay, first, and let's return it, footer underscore section. That's it, guys. Let's see, and yeah, as it is. So let's do a refresh once again, so we are able to see our records. Okay guys, let's see it. Okay, so now everything is working perfectly fine, and let's try to update it once again. Let's say if in any case we have any sort of error. Nope, fine. Control X, error should change right here, exactly. And let's cut this, and exactly. So everything is working perfectly fine, guys, as you can see. So we have successfully completed our CMS that is related to about page, contact page, and the footer section. Now the last thing what we need to do is actually I want to create the separate file for all of these forms, for the footer form, for the contact form, and for the about form. Why? Let's say in any case you are deep in development and you are developing something, and let's say if a client wants to change anything on this about form, so it will be easier for us if we make a partial out of it, so that let's say if in any case I just want to change the about section related data, I can simply move to that specific partial file, and I don't have to look right here where I have a huge amount of code, as you can see. Okay, so it will be difficult, so let's create a partials out of it. So for that, what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to copy this about related div that contains the collapsible and the form for the about page. So let's cut this out. Okay, let's move to, guys, let's move to this partials in the backend. Partials, I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to paste everything right here, and I'm going to name it about form .blade.php. Okay guys, so yeah, let's save it. Now let's do a refresh, just in case, because in this case we won't be able to see the about page related data. Okay, so right here you can see. So yeah, so let's include this about form right here, about file, or you can say or you can say about form. So let's include it, include, and I want to include something from the backend folder that contains the partials folder, and I want to use the about form. That's it, nice and simple. Now let's do a refresh once again. Okay guys, so yeah, our about page is right here. Just in case if you want to test this functionality, if we didn't break anything or something, you can simply do update, and everything is working perfectly fine. Let's try to get an error, update, exactly. So yeah, you can test it more if you want. That's it. Okay guys, so the same thing I'm going to do for the contact page and the footer section. So let's move, and I'm going to cut this contact section for now. Let's cut it, and let's create a new partial file, paste everything right here, and let's name it to contact form.blade.php. okay, now let's create another file out of footer section. So yes, cut everything from right here, and let's create a new partial. Let's paste everything, and let's name it footer form.blade.php. okay guys, let's include our files. For that I can simply use this, and just like that. So contact form and footer form. Okay, yes, footer form. Okay, let's do a refresh. Okay guys, so now you can see we are successfully including the contact form and the footer section form using the partials, using the include. So yeah, let's say if you want to test it, you can, there is no problem. Update, yes, so everything is working perfectly fine. let's try this one as well for the last time. Control X, update, and yes. Okay guys, so everything is working perfectly fine and our CMS section is completed right here. And just a reminder for the next video guys, in the next video we are going to implement the user functionality so that an admin can view all the registered user on his application or on his web application, sorry guys. So an admin can get an idea of how many users our website have and what type of user, or let's say what are the username, etc. So admin will be able to keep the track of the total number of user, and he will be able to see their usernames and other necessary information except the password. So let's say if you want to try it on your own, just go ahead and try it on your own. And in some cases, just to keep in mind, in some cases we might not want to display the user that is admin. I'm talking about the super admin. Why? Because a super admin can mistakenly delete himself as well. So yeah, it's better if we don't get the admin user in the users table and get the we can get all the other records except the super admin or the admin of the web application, so that in any case we are not going to delete the super admin. Okay, so just a reminder, or let's say if you want to have a super admin as well, you can. It's totally up to you. In my case, I'm going to print all the user except the super admin. So just try, go ahead and try it yourself if you can do it. If not, we will do it together in the next video. So I hope you guys like this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you, take care, and yes guys, be ready. Okay, take care.